My good pal, Glow in the Parks, had a wonderful set of videos today. She responded to my comment on Dave Pot Frippery because I'm a basic bitch and forget what account I'm in. But the series of videos were about supplements. Just remember, they could be fake. And I highly suggest you go watch them. They're very good. What she was talking about was Arnica pills and the company that makes them. They're like, take this whole box, it don't matter. Because in the United States, and I guess Canada as well, supplements and vitamins are not regulated. And this history goes back to dumbass Mormons in 1997, I think it was. The government was going to finally regulate vitamins. And they're like, no, it's our religious right. You can't do that. Frankly, they own most of those companies, or they did anyway. So that's why. And they've successfully fought that off. What's really weird and infuriating is you can get vitamins from your doctor depending what it is, but supplements, I don't think so. Because I know I had iron from my doctors, prescription-wise, and that was nice, but they didn't seem much different than the over-the-counter, so I don't know. In 2012, there was some newspaper or something that did a study, like they went to various places and bought supplements and they tested them, and like 75% had nothing in it like they said they did. And Target, none of their generic supplements actually had anything they claimed in them. And they had Christmas tree material in them, which is disturbing because that's not edible. So, yeah. And then what Glow in the Parks was covering is technically there are independent boards of varying trustworthy nature. Again, refer back to Mormons. Google the company and see if they're in Utah, and there's your answer. There are ones that test and they really certify and say great things, but again, remember, this isn't actually regulated. They could just be saying that. We have no idea. I do take supplements. I take vitamin C, and I take iron, and, not iron anymore. Ugh. What is that freaking pill? Folic acid prescription, and then vitamin D, and collagen, not actual, but the pregnancy pills, the prenatal vitamins, hair, skin, and nails, because my hair falls out like a fucking loon without them. And they have helped stave that off, so whatever the hell's in them, it's working. The only vitamin supplement I could vouch for is the brand Now, and of course, God knows if all their stuff's reliable. I have no idea. But a dear deceased friend recommended MSM, or no, L-glutamine. There's the English. And I take that as a powder when I do make shakes. That does seem to actually give me some pep. And then since that seemed trustworthy, I take MSM in pill form from them. And I got that off the Muppets. Somebody they had, I had no idea who this person was, and I Googled it. And they had bad arthritis, so they took that, and they said it helped. And honest to Christ, it has helped. I take 2 pills, so that'd be 2,000 milligrams of this MSM. And it does help my pain. Like, if I don't take it, I notice. It's the only supplement I actually pack when I travel, because when I don't, I feel it, man. So it's legit, like, at least from that, or whatever the hell they're putting in it. Maybe it's speed, who knows, but it's working. And the L-glutamine is great for energy. That's what my friend had told me, and that does seem true. I kind of feel like it just puts air in my veins. It puts a pep in my step. I honestly don't use it enough. Arnica, I would never take those supplements, but I have used the gel, and in addition to all my prescription medicines, it has helped. I wouldn't take it over those. I'm a very, what's the word I want here? cynical hippie. I've always been kind of hippie-ish, and I loved Dharma and Greg when I was a kid, and I did not grow up around any of these things. The only thing hippie-ish was dumbasses saying chiropractors work, they don't. And so I was always open as a pagan to these things, but I had a very strict rule for myself that science comes first. So yeah, acupuncture is nice, but science comes first. I would never get rid of my prescription pills to just take these things. Somebody reached out to me a while ago, and I think they were trying to recruit me. They were like, yeah, I have lupus. I just take one prescription, and I do all this holistic shit. I'm like, honestly, if it truly works for you, go with the gods. But I will not be following you on that one. I just cannot stress enough, because every asshole when you're disabled, they're like, have you tried yoga? Positive thinking? Oh, you need a chiropractor, that'll do it. None of that shit cures anything, because unfortunately for most disabilities, there are not cures. So, for instance, with fibromyalgia, we barely know what causes it. How the fuck could we cure it? There are certain vegetable roots that seem to help arthritis, but finding a reputable supplement of it is really hard. I've taken them. I haven't felt a thing, so honestly, I just assume they aren't legit. I hate that yoga does help fibromyalgia. But it helps not because holistic bullshittery. It helps because you're slowly stretching the muscles which hurt you. And that's nice. I am way too lazy to do it often. That's my own bad. I used to do it every day before I got sick. And, people act like those things can prevent illness. And it's like, babe, no, they can't. That's genetics for the most part. And then, of course, they go in on Pepsi and shit. And I was like, babe, I got stabbed in the neck 6 times today. I will drink all the fucking Pepsi I want. Really, with any disability that's an ailment and not your legs don't work or whatever. But if it's arthritis, etc., the common sense is the key. Stay hydrated. Maybe do some nice yoga, even if it annoys you. Use anything that helps your pain, like my neck pillow. I think I showed in a prior video. Take your meds. If you find a thing that seems to ease the pain, yeah, do it. I mean, it's just fucking common sense. In fact, I truly believe if tomorrow weed was made, not only, as I've said before, weed was made legal and under Medicaid, I think we'd have a lot of people kicking off opioids, because it does help, man. It takes to end the inflammation. So it's just common sense to me. But on the same hand, like all medicines, there's side effects. Some of these supplements can really cause issues, and weed, of course, impairs you, so you can't drive, and you probably can't do a lot of value, but maybe you couldn't anyway, because that's how my things work for me. It's just common sense, man. That's the only thing I want to scream. I didn't even understand there were stupid hippies until I moved to Utah, because I'd never been exposed to that. Those are the holistic moms going trad femme, basically. They truly believe just breathing in your eyes or some shit will cure issues. It won't. You gotta use your common sense. Don't fall for something too good. When I try things like my neck pillow or being stabbed, it's because either I can return it or it's by an actual doctor who is licensed by the state. So that's where I'm at anyway. Holistic is good, but it should never undo prescription medicine.